inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Okay? So, what do I want to talk to you guys today? I want to talk to you guys today about the idea of how you can set the intention of flow before you get into flow. Okay? You've got to actually, before you do any activity, you've got to set the intention that that activity is going to get you into flow before actually beginning it. Now, a lot of people don't do this. Okay, they're like, oh, I'm just going to do this thing. I'm hoping that I'll get into flow. Even in the word, like trying, hoping, wishing, no. It's like you want to expect it. You want to expect flow to happen every time that you tap in, every time that you go into that task, every time that you draw a painting, paint a painting, draw a drawing, every time that you do a sport that you're really passionate about, that you tap into that feeling in the zone. You almost want to have this attitude of setting the intention, then letting it go completely, right? You have the end goal, the end result in mind, but then you let it go. So, a really great practice, like let's say that I'm about to sit down to write something right now. What I want to be doing is sitting a little bit in meditation, blank slate, removing all attention and stored energy from throughout the day, because that's going to distract me if I'm going to sit down to write. And I visualize myself writing really fast, really focused, in the zone, kind of like how in the Limitless movie, Bradley Cooper's typing, right? Just like, he's not slowing down. He's not slowing down for anybody. You know, that's the attitude, that's the momentum. It's like a train. When you're going, you're going. They can't stop you. So, that's the intention. You feel the energy. What does it feel like? Does it feel like an enhanced feeling of focus? Does it feel like you enjoy it? You want to attach it to different emotional states, right? Like, flow state for different people accesses different emotions, right? And for different activities too. So, for instance, if you sit down to write and you're not a writer, you're not used to it, of course you're going to be more in the struggle phase as opposed to getting it right into it. However, with practice, you'll slowly be able to override that struggle, and it'll be much more effortless for you to write. But a lot of people, they're not doing the tasks, and then they're saying that, oh, why is it so difficult? Well, it's difficult because you haven't broken through the struggle phase to let go yet. Think about like a stream of consciousness event, like where you're just writing without any grammar or full stops or run-on sentences. You're not worried about all the formatting or things like that. You're just writing, right? Automatic writing. And that automatic writing, what you've done when you're automatic writing, you open the valve of the mind, right? It's become non-filtered. It's just writing down whatever it thinks is right in that moment. Now, of course, a little bit more of a process of getting out of that flow state and then being able to compartmentalize things, format things, make sure that it looks cool, make sure that it's aesthetic, right? But the real art form comes from setting the intention and then getting into flow, which takes you at least 15 minutes. So if you're only writing something for 10 minutes, it's not going to get you into flow. Okay, just make a note of that. Intention, timing. Okay? Intention, timing. And then finally, you have engagement. Intention, timing, engagement. Intention, timing, engagement. Okay? I-T-E, right? I'm getting into flow now. Okay? So you set the intention, you're like, okay, I'm going to get into flow as I'm writing. I do a little bit of a visualization to imagine myself already writing like the Limitless movie, and I tap into that feeling. It feels liberating, it feels open, it feels gracious. I find some words that describe the feeling as well, okay? Now I just start automatic writing. Okay? And I give myself 15 minutes to mess around with the writing. before, because I know it's going to take me 15 minutes to tap into it. The thing is, once the alarm rings, it's going to break you out of the flow. Right? It's going to go. So you want to really know when you want the alarm to ring. Do you want to make yourself and train yourself to make yourself conscious when you are in flow and then break yourself out of it so you have an awareness of being in the flow for a few milliseconds? Or do you want to overextend and just have it go on for 30 minutes? That's up to you. Okay, that's up to you. I've done both. I think it's helpful to work in 25-minute increments as per the Pomodoro method. Okay, 25 minutes, 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break. You've heard of this before. If you haven't, look up Pomodoro method. Okay. It's a picture of a tomato or something like that. We want to talk about engagement. So the reason engagement is important is because we're putting all our consciousness into it. Okay, we're putting actual effort into looking at the thing and engaging. This is quite difficult to engage with something nowadays, right? Because it's not because we're too distracted, it's because there's too much information. There's information overload. Okay, your system is overloading. So you're going to have to get a little bit discriminatory, unfortunately. Not like in a racial way, obviously, but discriminatory in terms of your own thoughts and what you're reading and what you're watching. And like, you want to watch everything. I understand that, but you can't in this very moment. You can't watch everything. Not possible. You want to choose your favorite things that you want to watch. You want to choose your favorite books that you want to read. Don't crash the system by piling on lots of stuff into it, okay? Give yourself adequate time throughout the day, the 12 hours you have as you're awake, or maybe even longer, whatever. And give yourself little moments of the day where you feel fully in flow. This is why the Pomodoro, I feel like, is very powerful, because it's like 25 minutes, right? You override the 15 minutes, you go past it, and then you realize after that, a little bit before the second ring, because you're not going 30, right? You're going 25. So like 5 minutes before, you go, and it rings for you, and you take 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, for the time where you would have been in flow, you basically you take a break for yourself, and you do a repetitive, non-taxing activity, right? I love the kendama. I love just walking. That's what I do. Freestyle rap. Freestyle rap is not really that. I mean, it's very natural for me, but for a lot of people who haven't practiced it, it might not be, right? So, going biking down the street. What else would you do that's repetitive and non-taxing? If you're a gardener, if you like gardening, I don't particularly do that, but if you like that sort of thing, go for it, right? Gardening, different things that you can do, like Rubik's Cube, right, in your spare time. Do little things that get your mind activated, but they aren't super difficult, right? They're kind of easy. Like, what's something that you can do that keeps you in the zone, but it's very easy as well? Okay? Not so easy that it bores you. It has to be tiny bit challenging. So let's say you're playing a iPhone game. You don't want the game to be so easy that you go to level 17 in like 12 tries. You don't want that. Okay? You don't want it to be so smooth. You want it to be slightly challenging, but enough for you to keep your focus. That's what it is, okay? Challenge skills ratio, it applies to your break times as well. Okay? But okay, anyway, I'm heading out right now, going for a walk. Hope this video helped you out today. Share it with a friend. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary. See you next time.